Pacers Cavs, or enjoy things like Pelicans Blazers, or
yeah,
enjoy the good 7-game series in the earlier rounds.
and the main thing I've been thinking is like, well, at least we get to enjoy like who's gonna make it in the East, or whether or not what team is gonna be playing the Warriors in the conference finals. That's really the only thing we can get out of the season at this point.
Thing is, all right, so say the Thunder actually get their shit together. I think right now the playoff picture for the West probably looks something along the lines of Warriors, Rockets, Lakers, Thunder in that order. That's some pretty good semifinal and conference finals right there. Because I'd love to see Lakers, Rockets. Love to see a rematch of Rockets, Warriors. Love to see Warriors with a functional Thunder. That'd be really exciting. Like, I think Nerlens Noel is a really good player.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think the Thunder even make it that far because nobody on that team really wants to or wants to win. Maybe PG, but like I don't think any team with Russell Westbrook is really going to perform that well.
Man, if Russell Westbrook can just... I mean, he has the talents to be a really, really good player.
Oh, yeah. He just is stat padding.
He just needs to be better off ball. He needs to be better on defense. He needs to stop taking Steven Adams rebounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of things to ask for in a basketball player to get over.
So I just want one of those three things. I don't need all three. I don't even need two of the three. I need one of the three things from Russell Westbrook. And I thought the Thunder were going to be good this year. And then they got laughed at by Mitt Romney. Come on now. You got laughed at by Mitt Romney in Utah. It's not fair.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I just wanted to see Paul George hit like an overtime winner or something in the playoffs, but it never happened. So,
dude, I remember there was this video. I was on RNBA where it was they took the Paul George commercial. I think the Gatorade one was like no overtime, and they just edited in all his game winning or game tying shots that he missed.
Yeah,
it's like there's no way. Paul George, has he ever hit a game winner in his career?
Okay, for the commercial to exist, he's had to, right?
I think he's like 0 for 20, dude. I don't think he actually has.
No, there's just a bias right there. He's had to have hit one or two. At least one or two. It's impossible for everybody, someone with that many chances to miss that many shots, other than the Houston Rockets, but...
Is it though? I mean, okay, it could be. Maybe it's statistically unlikely, but that man's got to hit me like 1 or 2 in his career because it's almost a meme. I just looked it up. He
I'm just gonna
from 2010 to 2017, he shot 0 for 22 on game winners, 0%.
That's got to be some bull crap. What is your source on that?
I do. It's a 1,300 uploaded post to our NBA. I trust. Dude, someone would have been there in the comments. Dude, someone would have been there in the comments saying this is not true. Like, there's enough stats nerds on that website to double check the facts. I don't even have to.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you can trust a stat coming from Reddit, especially if it was posted in the off season.
September 9th, 2017. That's like the end of the off season.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the end of the Summer League? Or when does the Summer League start?
Isn't Summer League already happening right now?
I don't think so. I haven't seen any games, any streams for it, so...
I was seeing some on MSG, the Knicks Summer League team play, which is obviously a trash team. But... Dude, the funny part is, I was watching MSG, and they had like this NBA 2K league, right? Where the NBA team sponsored these 2K teams. And they're going into the Knicks team. And just like real life, the Knicks NBA 2K team can't make the playoffs. They're 2-5. So it just esports mirrors real life sometimes.
Okay, so let's talk about a different esport. The NBA 2K is probably the worst esport like ever because of just how essentially everything is dice rolls and there's almost no skill involved.
So why is Hearthstone a good esport then?
Because it's less dice rolls. If we're talking like on a scale of 1 to 100, NBA 2K is like 95 and Hearthstone's probably like a 40 or a 50.
I remember when Pavel won, I think it was like the Hearthstone Championship tournaments. It's like this super heavy RNG roll. Like he Bobbling Book into the Polymorph, which he didn't have in his hand. He really needed that card then to kill one of his opponent's minions, and it was really good for him. All right, Dota 2 time.
But I mean, you just move on and you're like, at least I drew that card. It was in his deck. He knew to put it there. So
he got the perfect RNG from the randomly generated card. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the strategy. There's so much luck involved. Even Dota has some luck. So
A little bit. I get mad. I used to be when I was younger. I would get super mad about RNG. Like whenever I would miss uphill on a last hit, my blood pressure would go up and be like, I deserve that last hit.
Have you ever pulled a zipper and blamed everything on damage deviation when last hitting?
I've done that. Not recently, but a young badger used to do that. A very, very young badger would do that.
Nice. And I guess speaking of luck, you probably have the most unlucky team in RD2L. But to be fair, you guys are impossible to research because of just like how many you've had 7 total players, I think.
7.
Which seems.
I was gonna say we've had 9.
9. All right. Well, I didn't research that correctly. Either way, it's impossible to research you guys because literally almost every player except for you has played a different role the entire season. So
even then, I've played 3 different roles for this team. I played mid lane, I played safe lane. I played 1 week. I played Windrunner 4 support both games. Good times.
Oh, that was a 4. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, good job on that, right? Maybe those 2 wins comes from, or you guys are up to 3 now.
We are 4 and 8. We're up to 4 wins.
Oh, damn. You're going to be right on top of us at some point.
Because we're 4 and 2 since we got the 2 free agent ads. So
exactly.
We're improving.
Madra, one of your new players that came on, I believe. He's only played 6 games for you. And yeah, as he said, 4 and 2 with you guys. So it must be Madra coming in there.
Yeah, him and UH came in at the same time to replace KC and my 2nd round pick. And I got some significant badge downgrades from Divine 5 to Divine 1 and Ancient 5 to, I believe, Legend 4, but it's okay. We somehow got better, despite losing 8 badges. 9 badges, we're better.
I think if you're a team where if you don't have like a Riles or somebody you can just give a game pretty much and be like, all right, we're just going to rely on this one person to win us, it really more comes down to, do you have a strategy? Do you have a draft to win this game? And you guys are able to pull that off as your record has improved over the season. So,
see, I have a great strategy when I'm drafting. It revolves around 1 hero, and you can probably tell which hero it is. It's called Pick Phoenix. Very good strat.
Oh yeah, you don't even have Guardian on your team, so it doesn't get banned for you.
I've got the best. I've said it in the preseason. I have the best Phoenix in the whole division on my team.
Doubt it.
And I think it's true. I think it's true. I mean, this man, my Mutex 32-byte hex semaphore player is crazy at Phoenix, dude. He has like 1,000 or fighter games on Phoenix. He's a crazy, crazy man. Honestly, Guardian has 200. I got that on him.
We really need a Phoenix 1v1 because I'm sure. Well, Guardian hasn't even played Phoenix in such a long time because it gets banned every game. So you guys need to stop banning Phoenix. It's just not even worth it at this point.
Oh yeah, if I play Guardian's team, I'm sure. What is his team record right now? Isn't it good?
Dude, he's on my team. We're like, we're 5 and 7, I think.
Oh my god, we're gonna play you guys soon. Let's go.
Yeah, if we get O2'd and you guys 2-0, I believe. Or maybe I'm doing math incorrectly, but we're just gonna go undefeated the rest of the season. So that's my plan. Anyways, we already did some foreshadowing into some of your players. 9 different players playing for you guys. So who has any idea who's playing what on your team anymore? One of the things we can talk about a little bit is UH. He played Axe a couple of games, then he switched to Witch Doctor. Is there any reason specifically for him switching roles other than just, he was there and we needed somebody to play this?
See, the thing is, the reason I've been picking these heroes, because I know my team plays, because the guys I've been playing are literally guys I've played with for years. So I've taken these significant badge downgrades to get my literal friends on the team. So I know what they play. He plays a really good Witch Doctor, he plays a really good Axe. My Crusader player only plays offlane, so when my Crusader player is playing, I need him to play supports. But then when my Crusader player isn't playing, I can have him play offlane. And all is good there.
Interesting. So that's total team stacking by badge in there. He just admitted it.
Hey, I took 9 badges downgrade. It's okay. It worked out.
Is that 9 badges overall? Like added between the 2 players?
No, I lost 9 badges, dude. I lost 4 from KC and 5 from my 2nd round pick to get these players. So I'm sure it's a worthwhile trade.
Oh yeah, I mean I guess we can bring that up really quick too. So usually in RD2L when you have like a high ranked captain, that captain's still able to get like a high ranked first pick. So you at least have two people that are formidable on a team. But when you lose your captain, it's pretty much impossible for you to do anything because essentially you're down to this watered down like high ranked first pick player that's probably came late in the first round of the draft because your captain was such a high rank. That's a really hard thing to bounce back from. And what's weird about it is as soon as KC left and you guys were able to pick up some players, you started winning games. So, hats off.
The thing is, like, I don't know why Casey picked me. I'm not that good at Dota. People keep thinking, like, this is a good season for me, right? Because my team was so bad for a while that it lowered my rep. But the problem is I've been winning games recently. I'm 4-2 since the new team. I went 7-0 in RD2L Tiny, so suddenly I might get picked first round again next season and then go have this happen all over again. So
I'll make sure that I can pick you, and then I'll disband immediately afterwards just so you can pick up the rest of the team again.
If you first pick me at the middle, like the early to mid first round, I will be very, very mad with you.
Yo, Badger, the only way to fix this is to become a captain yourself.
You're right, actually.
You captain last season too?
No, I was on Riles' team, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the Riles experiment way back when. That feels like such a long time ago now.
It's 2 months, 2.5 months. It's been a while.
Riles betraying us for EST Monday. We got some players back though, so it's all good.
Did we though? We got Cookie, we got Remontoire, we had Casey, who's now left. Who else did we get from?
Casey still technically counts. I know we lost auto attacks.
I think we had a net loss in the last offseason, player talent wise. I think the players we got mostly were guys new to RD2L, not guys from the R divisions.
Oh yeah, that was actually something I was going to bring up too. Is a lot of your players, I think mostly your friends, have literally never played in other esports games, except for like RD2L, maybe some TI Open qualifiers. Do you think that lack of experience hurts you guys a little bit?
I mean, kind of. It's not great to have players who. I mean, these are guys who have played in the team system, though. The thing is, simply because I know them, I know they've played with me in JDL. I've seen them play in tournaments like JDL, AD2L, etc. I know they've played organized amateur Dota before, so it's not like they're new to this whole system here. They haven't just been playing solo queue pubs for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Have you played like captain's mode kind of games with them before?
I have played with them before, but even before that, I actually played against them. I played against them in 2015 in JDL, in Division 4 JDL. We were like rivals for a while because it was a good time. I played with a different group of guys, and we beat them 1-1 when they were leading the division, and we ended up going on to win the division, which is pretty great. Except they actually ended up winning on tiebreakers. But that's a different issue.
Yeah, that's a way throwback there. Is JDL being around anymore?
I think it came back. I know Mikkel's been playing European JDL games, so I'm sure it's still around in NA too.
Yeah, gotta find somewhere else to win if you can't win in RD2L. Feels bad.
And Mikkel's winning everywhere, dude. He's winning in JDL, he's winning in RD2L. Only place he's not winning is Battle Cup, and I'm part of the reason why.
Yeah, I've gotten carried on my last 2 Battle Cup wins, and I've only played Battle Cup twice, so undefeated. I'm pretty much retired, though, so best record in the history of Battle Cups.
Nice.
So let's talk about your number 1 Phoenix player just a little bit. Again, if we look back at some of the roles he's played a mean clockwork offlane this last week. Appreciate that. Even though you probably didn't pick it because of me playing it, because nobody knows that I play that, but it still gets banned. Solid pick there. Was that something that you just kind of had a pocket strat? Because I don't think you guys have picked clock that much.
I've picked offlane clock twice this season, I believe. These guys, they're old, their brains, they don't adapt to the meta. They think offlane clock is still good. Like the average age of my players is like 31, so they're definitely behind in the meta right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, offlane clock is good though, Badger. You just gotta adapt to the new meta.
Yeah, it's all right. It's more of a comfort pick.
Wow. I'll concede that it's definitely a comfort pick. I think it's a decent, strong laning hero. I used to think heroes that are able to like block the lane really efficiently, like Earthshaker, Tusk, or Clockwork, are very good. It just gives you like more of a lane advantage, I think. Is that sort of what you picked it for, or was it seriously just comfort pick for you guys?
They were like, "Yo, Badger, pick me offlane clock," and then I picked them offlane clock. The thing is, the specific game you're referencing, when my Phoenix player played it, I wanted to pick offlane Centaur that game, and they were like, "No, I don't want to play Centaur. I'm not comfortable playing Centaur," and they convinced me to pick offlane clock instead. When I definitely need to pick offlane Centaur that game.
Yeah, and I actually have the game up right now. And even though he died 10 times, but that's pretty much the job of a Clockwork, he's still got a decent amount of items, though. I mean, for a hero that has a rough time farming, he still got a decent amount of items. And even though you guys lost the game, still played pretty decent. Annoying team to play against with Storm, especially if you're playing Clockwork into that.
That was not my finest draft. I've done some weird drafts this season. I've done mid-Phoenix. I've done some weird stuff, but that was not my best draft against Driz's team game 2.
Mm-hmm. And Mutex also ended up playing Clinks. I think that was 2 weeks ago. Is there carry Clinks? I guess is there a reason for that?
He plays like 5 heroes, and Clary Clinks is one of them. Like he has tiers of heroes. I guess that's true. Like most of my players, though, it's just like tiers of heroes for them. They have like 1 or 2 heroes. In this case, is Phoenix. It's his #1 hero, and it's like Carry, Weaver, Clinks, Clockwork, Axe, Earth Spirit is next to your heroes, and he has nothing else. That's his entire hero pool. You can pretty much mirror that with different heroes onto most of my players, and that's part of the reason why I've been drafting the way I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least one of the things you can do, and it sounds like you've been doing, is just putting those same heroes, but throwing them in different lanes, trying new things. At least you're able to experiment with that to try and bring some things back.
I had to play against Ench, dude, as Antimage. It's not fun.
Yeah, and surprisingly, you played Antimage quite a bit. It seems like your last game was like 6 months ago, but I think you played over 200 games or something like that. Was that just a hero spam for you way back when?
Because I used to be convinced AM is the future. He's going to get the buff he needs to be good in lane. He's going to be great. I've tried all these different item builds on it. I've tried like Vanguard, Vlad's, Manta First, all these different things to make AM good in the early game, good in the mid game. I have like this I used to have this personal affinity to playing him when he can. He's just so bad right now. He's so bad. I show it in the game too. If I picked literally any other hero but Antimage, I could have possibly zoned Ench from the lane alone and then won the game. But instead, my supports couldn't zone Ench, and then I couldn't zone Ench, and Impetus took 1/2 of my HP. So it's sad.
Yeah, Ench definitely one of the more annoying off-lane heroes. If we focus a little bit more on some of your other players here, Madra, of course, we discussed a little bit earlier. You guys, dirty Necro pickers for him, even though Necro is definitely not in the state that he was a year ago, which makes it more surprising that you guys picked it. Was there a strategy around that?
I don't know why, but my team likes Necro. I like Necro. They like Necro. So we pick Necro. I think it's good as being a general hero to work around. You can pretty much just set your entire team around a Necro. He's a very obvious hero to centralize your team around. So say, all right, let's smoke with the Necro, or let's 5-man with the Necro, or 4-man with the Necro. You can get a pick-off with Nuper Scythe on a Necro, and it's the sort of hero that's very ambiguous in the way you can itemize too. You can go for full damage, full utility, you can go for sustain. It's just useful hero to plug in and then adapt as the game goes on.
Mm-hmm. Creative is, I'm guessing, your other person that that you used to play with?
He was actually a stand-in this week because our 5th round pick was on a cruise for 2 weeks or something like that. He's on vacation. And my 4th round pick, I don't know where he went. He's been visiting. So we have our 5th round pick returning for the last 2 weeks. But
interesting.
He was our 2-week stand-in. I have no idea where my 4th round pick is gone, dude. He's just gone.
Let me guess. It's either Peroto or Dagger?
Yeah, Peroto's my 4th round pick. He's like a Wisp player, and he's just gone now. And then Dagger is my 5th round pick, Crusader player who plays only offline.
And you just got an unlucky team, I think. Cursed team, pretty much.
Casey made his draft, and he basically decided what players he wanted, and he didn't pick the correct players. First mistake, he picked Badger, and then he made 4 other mistakes, so our team's not very good.
I mean, you're bringing it back though. I don't think you guys aren't eliminated yet because I think 12 teams can't make playoffs, right?
Yes.
Something like that. So technically, if you go 4-0 in the last 2 weeks, I think you might still have a chance.
I'm sure we're not. I think I've been coordinating the team colors in the ESD Sunday Discord as an admin, and I've already faded my team. My team's gray now. So whenever a team gets eliminated from playoff contention, I fade a team's color. And I've joined like Johan's team, Vinyl's team, Durgo's team. I've just faded myself. I know it's over, dude.
Wow, you got to have more like positive outlook as an admin there.
Yeah, you gotta be realistic sometimes because I have to win on strength of schedule at 8-8s. And if you look at the teams my team has played, other than FaZe's team, we've played no good teams.
So with 2 weeks left, I think there's still a lot of possibility because a lot of the other teams that you could play could still finish below you, even if they don't tie with you. So I'm saying there's a chance. Same with my team too, because I think we pretty much have to go 4-0 the last 2 weeks in order to make playoffs. At this point, we can finish 9-9 at the best. So
you can finish 9-7. Your destiny's in your hands. You don't need strength of schedule. You get those 9 wins. You're through. You got a pretty hard round 1 matchup in playoffs, but you're through. You know, it's pretty good to have that.
Good point. It would, if I don't make it, it'd be the first time since like the first season I played with Aki since that I didn't make playoffs, which kind of sucks. But every streak has to die at some point. LeBron isn't going to make the finals this year, so everything has to die at some point.
JaVale McGee and Lance Stevenson can definitely beat both the Rockets and the Warriors in route to the finals.
Only if they get Kawhi. That's the only outlook on this.
Hey, don't worry. They don't have to gut their team trading away Ingram, Ball, Kuzma, four first-round draft picks in the cheerleaders just to get Kawhi Leonard from the Spurs. Don't worry. It's definitely fine.
I mean, I could see them doing that. Kawhi. Oh yeah, Kawhi isn't on free agency. That's right.
They'll probably have to trade away the Clippers locker room too at the rate. The Spurs are hardballing them. The Lakers are also hardballing back now, so I'm sure Kawhi's not even getting traded there anymore.
Oh yeah. If only Blake Griffin wasn't signed into a contract and he could have gone to LA, that would have actually been pretty sick.
He's out of LA. He's in Detroit.
Yeah.
Great basketball city in the last. In the past they were very great. Now
I mean, so that's understandable though, right? They were dominating like in the early 2000s, and for the first decade they were amazing, but they're just taking a hiatus right now, and that's fine.
They were great in the late 80s. They were like the best team in the East for a good stretch. After the Nets fell off, they got the 2004 win. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals after that. But all good things come to an end. They got rid of Ben Wallace, and then LeBron happened. So they have no comeback to that.
Oh, yeah. And all good things must come to an end, but the Warriors are literally going to win the championship for the next 4-5 years at least. So.
Hey man, I'm a 1-hour metro ride from Brooklyn. I can get those $10 tickets to watch the Nets play because no one wants to go watch the Nets. All is good. I can go watch Anthony Davis or Damian Lillard play for $20 or $15.
See,
all is okay.
Maybe against the Pelicans because the Pelicans are going to be trash this year, but against any big team, your tickets are still going to be $75, $80.
I mean, it feels like Nets Knicks or Nets Celtics, one of the local teams, or one of the really good teams, thinking Warriors, Lakers type stuff, Rockets. It'd be expensive, but you got to remember, people aren't going to be coming out in droves to say, watch the Nets play the Magic or the Mavericks. Okay, maybe the Mavericks because of Luka Doncic, but no one wants to watch the Nets play the Magic, so all is good. $2 tickets.
Isn't there one of the guys in the dunk contest is on the Magic, if I remember correctly?
I don't know who's on them. I know Aaron Gordon's in the Magic.
Yeah, that was it. That's the only player.
Now they don't.
That's the only player that I know.
I didn't watch a Magic game all last season because it's the Magic. Has there been any franchise that's thrown away and wasted as much talent as the Orlando Magic?
They were good when they had Dwight Howard, but that was about it. They made the finals a couple of years ago. They upset LeBron.
They had
in Cleveland
peak Dwight Howard, they had peak Penny Hardaway, peak Shaquille O'Neal, and they got 2 NBA Finals appearances with that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, now. That's not very good. The Nets can do that. The Nets did do that, actually.
random bit of trivia, actually. I never knew this until like a couple of like a month ago. My brother told me that Shaquille O'Neal played for the Cavs with LeBron at some point, and that was the year he left. I think that was 2009. I just
It
don't
was
remember that for some reason.
2010, yeah. It was 2009-2010 season.
Yeah.
He went and played with what was that? Like LeBron James, Larry Brown as coach. They went and they got dick stomped by the Celtics in the what, conference semis?
Yeah. Well, they were supposed to win that series, and then the Celtics just kind of came out of nowhere and beat them.
Paul Pierce, man, that was peak Paul Pierce right there. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah, I think Rondo was on that team too.
It was Rondo, Garnett, Allen, Pierce, Kendrick Perkins. I think they still have Brian Scalabrine as like their 10th man. It was great.
Yeah, all the free agency fun. Gonna bring up a couple of admin questions here. This is something I've been thinking about for like a couple weeks. We always get the free agency fun from NBA, NFL, all that stuff. Do you think RD2L could ever have anything like player trades and stuff?
See, that'd be actually maybe one day. It's always been talked about, not very seriously, because there's a lot of logistical problems to it. But in a sense, having player trades means you can say, all right, take this high-value player who's a bit toxic, trade him for, say, a lower badge player who's a better team player, made both teams get better. That sort of thing. Like, say, my team could have, say, potentially traded with Auto Attack's team on Monday, KC for Auto Attacks. I would love playing with Auto Attacks, similar badge player, but so unfortunately, there's no player traits. I get free agent ads. That's it.
Being an admin, you can kind of just handpick that.
You're not supposed to handpick your own players, because I had such a big sacrifice of badges. The admins were like, "All right, Badger, good luck, sir. Enjoy your O12 team."
Oh yeah, well, not quite. You guys, you'll bring. I'm still trying to be positive for you because it doesn't look like you have the positivity yet.
I have positivity, right? But I also have like this realism where I know things are bad. If my team was good, we couldn't be 4-8. We'd be 5-7 right now if we were good.
Oh, thank you for that compliment. All right. Well, it feels like a Sunday, to be honest, but we don't actually have games tonight. Just a weird day off in the middle of the week. Haven't actually looked at your guys' matchup this week. How are you guys feeling?
We have Pacers team, so it'll be one of those matchups where it's not fun to play up against Silu. And I'm not sure how my players are going to address Silu because none of them have ever heard of him before. So I need to address that this guy is good at Dota in like the next 4 days. And hopefully come up with a game plan to limit his impact in the early game. And then hopefully out-carry his cores because I think we can do that.
Okay. You said FaZe, right?
No, Pacer. We played FaZe in week. We played FaZe in week 2. We lost 0-2 back in KC.
I'm just trying to get straight in my head the people who I've actually interviewed and the people I haven't yet. And I, for some reason, always get FaZe and Pacer mixed up. It's just the first letter. That's it.
Hey, you interviewed FaZe. It was a good interview. FaZe talked for a while. It was fun.
Yeah, that was a good one. This one's going for a solid 30 minutes too. So, that's fine. We've had Badger before. You guys know Badger. Here's a fun question that I thought of like right before this interview. Actually, the admin question: on a scale of 1 to 10, how angry were you last week?
about a 9. I was. Thing is, you got to realize I got to give you a glimpse into my thoughts here, right? Because this is the point where people have been mad at the admins recently, they've been mad at the division recently. There's a bunch of stuff behind the scenes that's been upsetting, and then suddenly I come back from, day break, some familial issues. And then Merdondo's team is disbanded. I'm like, oh. Well then, this is bad. It's bad. I read 4,500 Discord messages. I'm like panicking because I'm reading all these private messages of like JTK leaving his team and Octane not being happy and all these players ugh. So I'm like, all right, I need to panic and I need to solve this problem. So instead of making the logical decision of letting it blow over, making a state of affairs post, being cordial and professional, I was like, all right, let's get on stream and be mad. So I got on stream and I was mad. And if nothing else, I conveyed the idea that I was mad. And that is what I accomplished.
Yeah. You conveyed the idea that you cared, which is good.
I do care.
Just let this be a lesson to you, Badger. If you ever leave ever again, this division is going to explode.
Dude,
Just know
I've been saying in the admin chat, give me more comm mods. I need to make a thought police that rule with an iron hammer, stop all spam. They don't think I'm serious.
Oh, no, I know you're serious. It's still pretty funny, though. I can just imagine Badger and his legion of comm mods. You know, next season when you have to pick your own free agents again, you can just add all your comm mods to your team and just take over the league.
Dude, the thing is, you got to realize the comm mod applications were generally not the higher skill players. Like most of the higher skill players seem to apply to admin. Like the comm mod applications were like a couple ancient guys, mostly guys in like the legend range. One guy, a good friend of mine, Archon 5. These are the guys that apply for comm mods. So I think the comm mod team would be underwhelming at best, to be honest.
Yeah, everyone knows you got to be really good at Dota in order to be an admin. So,
dude, the admin team. Like actually, I was joking about a comm mod versus admin matchup back when I was a comm mod, and they wouldn't even dignify because they thought they would beat me so easily. So, yeah.
I think it would be a blow up even today, or a blowout even today. So,
it'd be Matt, who's a really good player. Polo's a really good player. Pyro is a really good player, and then like me and who'd be this fifth player? I guess it'd have to be what's his face Tree. Oh, Treebeard's really good as well. So that'd be a really sick team actually.
Mm-hmm.
We would beat the comm mods. So they have like Ripley, J-Day. We would beat them.
You got a strong captain in Matt. Like
they have Curry. Curry's respectable, but generally speaking, we are better at Dota than the comm mods.
Oh yeah, and even if you can like beat them in the draft, you can play like half decent and still win. So
I'm sure I played 5 support for that team. It'd be fine. I would have good enough cores that wouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm. All right, Badger. Last question, and we better end it because this is gonna take like 3 hours to upload. What do you think about the future of BSD Sunday or about RD2L in general?
RD2L will be fine in the short term, at least the next few months, if not years for now. est Sunday, I'm a little panicky because the main selling point was we had content creators who were good, and now I've lost my content creators, so we'll need to solve that. We have you, and we have me, and we have Vinyl, I think, maybe still, hopefully, and that's about it, because we lost Redondo, who's a big deal in the division. We lost Octane content-wise. He was another big content creator, so for anyone who wants to be a positive influence on the division, I highly recommend starting to create contents. Doesn't matter what you start doing. If you want to talk to me about help with, say, mic setup or editing setup, whatever, I can help you with that. Just say making videos or making analysis or making Reddit posts or even making, like, memes. Go into Photoshop or MS Paint and make some memes. That is positively contributing at this point to the division because we need to fill a hole now because we lost 2 big content creators and we lost a bunch of memers. And if we're not going to fill that void, then we're kind of just an underwhelming division right now. So I have faith in the division they'll replace the talent we've lost in the last couple weeks or so.
Mm-hmm. You know, the reason I joined BSD Sunday was for the memes. I think everybody does it for that. So good point there, inspiring speech. Badger, good luck with... You have a lot on your plate, I think, this season, more than anybody else in the league. You got admin, you got BRR, whatever you decide to name it now. Have you actually came up with that yet?
I haven't even decided exactly what I'm doing yet, because there's like 3 or 4 guys that I might try hosting it with, see what happens, but I'm a little lost for the time being. I'm a little bit demoralized about the BRR thing.
Yeah. Always good luck with that. I'm sure you can pull through. Good luck with the rest of the season, of course. There's always Dota to play to take your mind off things, which is what I use it for. I think a lot of other people do that as well. Good luck in everything, Badger. You got any final words, shout-outs for people?
Shout-outs. I love you specify only shout-outs, because you definitely do not want to get me calling out people.
Oh, I mean, you could BM if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
All right, let's see. Who am I going to give shout-outs to? I want to give shout-outs to people that want to lure to the division, notably Auto Attacks and Jacoby. I like those 2 players. I want them to come to Sunday, so if I shout them out, then they'll come over. Big fans of both of them, so... Also, shout out to you for hosting these interviews. Thank you for continuing to create high-quality, semi-professional content on a month-to-month basis, making these interviews, twice a week. It's very respectable, and I appreciate your contributions to est Sunday.
Thank you, Badger. It means a lot. thanks everybody for watching. This is the long one, I know, but just throw it on in the background, do whatever. Should have said that.
It's only 35, 40 minutes. I mean, people definitely don't know Badger for long-winded content or anything.
Oh, yeah. So, like, there's nothing to do at the beginning of Dota games, so you can just last hit and listen to this. That's fine. Alright, good luck to everybody else in Dota. We only got 2 weeks left, so make the most of it.